behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up in just a moment, and I know you're really going to love it. But before we begin, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and bell buttons below you there. And anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified. You can check that out. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section if you'd like. And pay attention to the description because we'll have contact info for you there. And that same contact info will be repeated at the closing credits at the end of the show. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Dallas, Texas today, we have Shweta Harve, and she's a very awesome artist, and I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in just a second, but first here's a quick word from The Caden Gordon Show and TLC Travel Agency. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
The Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Ever thought about owning your own business? Tanya Lapsley-Cockett did. She decided a little over 5 years ago that she was going to be an entrepreneur, so she started her travel business. Tanya is married and works a full-time job. Her business has given her amazing opportunities. Not only does she get to help people create memories by booking their vacations, sporting and entertainment tickets, rental cars, etc., but it has also allowed her to help other families create legacy income. The travel industry is extremely lucrative and is an $8 trillion industry. The travel industry is projected to earn in excess of $15 trillion over the next 10 years. The travel industry pays its professionals up to 70 to 80% commission on the travel that they book for themselves and their clients. As a travel business owner, Tanya books travel and teaches others how to own and operate their own travel business. She is a director in training on the marketing side of her business, where she has helped over 90 families start their own businesses. If you're interested in owning your own travel business, please contact Tanya at 917-743-1199 or at ladytlc3555@me.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Dallas, Texas today, we have Shweta Harve. Thanks for joining us, Shweta.
Thank you, Paul, for having me here today.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad to have you here. Why don't we start by the obvious question? Tell us a little bit about your background as far as music goes. I mean, did you always want to be an artist when you grew up? Did it come much later? I mean, tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear your story.
Absolutely, yeah. So growing up, I used to be a bathroom singer. And I actually took some classical, vocal lessons. But then I was a very distracted child. And even though my parents wanted me to pursue art and music because I have a natural flair for it and they could see that, I was into too many other things, So I didn't really quite hone it as much. And now that I have realized, I'm tapping into the creativity a lot more. So, we're talking about who are you, and sounds like you are asking me who are you. So, in the transactional world, by profession, I'm a technology coach. I'm an entrepreneur, but I am on a creative pursuit. And so I am an oil painting portrait artist, I'm a guitarist, and I'm an aspiring singer. So that's in the transactional world. But in the more spiritual realm, I consider myself as a seeker on the quest to know who I am. And that's what we're going to talk about today as it relates to our release, Who Are You?
Okay. Well, that's quite a story there. I'm glad you found music, and hopefully you'll have many years ahead of you in the music game. So,
yeah, hope so. And for as long as there are people that want to listen and they appreciate the music we produce, we'll be around. We'll keep making more music.
Yeah, that's true. It's true with everybody in that same story. So,
Yeah, because I strongly believe, that when words fail, music speaks, right? So,
exactly.
yeah.
What were some of the artists you were growing up with that really influenced you? I mean, I'm sure some of the mainstream popular bands, maybe you love some of them. Give us in your own words now.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So, on the pop front, I used to listen to a lot of Gwen Stefani growing up. There's this one song, "You and Me." I think it's called "Don't Speak," no doubt. That's the album it's from. And so on the popular front, I used to listen to her a lot. And then during my teenage days, like most other people, I was into, the Backstreet Boys and the Britney Spears. That's a lot of the pop stuff, that you can't really get away from. But more on what we're trying to focus right now, the rock, the classic rock, progressive rock, kind of alternative indie rock kind of style. I was always very intrigued by Pink Floyd, for example, and Scorpions is actually one of my favorites. Scorpions is one of my favorites. I have probably listened to their songs, I can't even tell how many times. And I was, fortunate enough to go see them live in Chicago a few years back. They have thoroughly inspired me. And Pink Floyd, of course, the kind of music they make, it's really profound lyrics, with some real good music that you can literally, it's foot tapping at the same time. It has a nice psychedelic, but a calming touch to it as well. Very rhythmic and melodious.
Yeah, exactly. And some of those are good too. Because Gwen Stefani, and you mentioned the Backstreet Boys, and a few of those others. They're really great bands, and I really enjoyed listening to them. A long time ago. And so anyway, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about after this interview? Somebody might want to go, download your music if it's on streaming, or maybe you got an official website, maybe you're on social media. I mean, tell everybody where we can find you on all those.
Absolutely. So we are Hriday Sheila. That's the name of our band. We're an indie inspirational music band, and we are making a serious effort to borrow elements of progressive rock and folk in our melodies. And our goal really is to bring back the glory days of music with profound lyrics. And so, we are also aiming to tap into the unlimited potential of human existence through our healing melodies, right? So there are limitations, but not a whole lot of us know that there is the unlimited side to us beyond what we can see and perceive. So that's what we're trying to get at with our music. So there is this healing side of our music where we aim to employ instruments like flute, piano, and then there is the more rock and roll side where we're exploring both acoustic and electrical instruments, including creative ones like Hammond. And we have a YouTube channel. We're called, like I mentioned, we're called Hriday Sheila. We have a range of different styles there. The more recent ones you will see are more of the progressive rock, folk type of melodies. And that's probably what we're going to be tapping into as we make more music.
Okay. Well, can you find it on all streaming sites like Amazon Music and?
Absolutely, yes. All our latest releases are, will be distributed. Are already the ones that are out, have been distributed by CD Baby, and they are on the various platforms. So you will find us. You will also find us on Instagram Library if you want to use our music as a background to whatever, reels or anything, posts that you want to make. So we're there. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on pretty much every platform you can name.
Okay. Well, go out to your favorite social media site, streaming platform, and I guess you have an official website as well, right?
We do not have an official website. We're mainly interacting with our fan base through YouTube and Instagram for the most part. Hopefully, we will have that in the near future.
All right. Well, check them out on all those sites. I know that Shweta will really love you for that. And as we said, that is a song we're going to be playing. Who Are You? I guess it's self-explanatory, though. I think you already explained a little bit about the song, but is there anything else you can give us about it?
Absolutely. So, Who Are You is really a sweeping grand trip of self-inquiry, right? We have this progressive rock twist to it, but the message we're trying to give is that who you see is not you. You are the one who sees. I know that may sound a little complicated, but it's really to reflect on, are we something beyond what we see and perceive, right? All the feelings that seldom stay, the temporariness of, relationships, or the everyday, the mundane activities, right? The momentary dust of living, just living under the echoes of worldly existence. We've got to be something beyond that. And we know we are. That's where the limitless lies, right? And so it's really a seeker's quest, really, with this Who Are You? It's that self-inquiry, questioning, right? So if we're not what we perceive ourselves to be, then the essence of the inquiry would be Who Are You? So it's getting to that self-exploration or self-discovery through this questioning, which I know will get to a point where we will realize that we are none of this that we perceive ourselves to be, right? But that a lot of it depends on it's a personal journey, and so through this song, we are basically evoking that self-inquiry and having people introspect a little bit.
Okay. Well, like I said, I love this song, and I think all you are out there are going to agree with that. And we're going to get to that in 1 second. But Shweta, we thank you so much for being on the show today. We'd love for you to come back sometime. You have something new to plug for us.
Sure. We'll have a lot more to come in the next few weeks as it relates to this release. We're doing some promotions. We're also I think most of our audiences can catch us at the radio stations near them. We are live at the various radio stations, and look out for our Instagram page and our YouTube channel for more.
Okay. All right. Well, we hope you do that. And now here it is. Who Are You by the Hardaya Sheila, I guess is the name of the band. And we'll get to that right now because it starts immediately.
Thank you, Paul.
The echo of those who lived in the past. Who are you? Without your childhood shaken and recast. Who are you? Under your emotions that never last. Who are you? Under your thoughts that come thick and fast. Who are you? Under your kingdom of desire so vast. Who are you? Without the memories of events that have passed. Who are you? Without the skin you wear with tattoos and scars. Who are you? Under the wonder you feel while looking at the stars. Beyond the shadow under the waning and waxing moon. are you? Beyond anticipation of something awaited soon.